Welcome back, Danganronpa fans, or from what I've heard for the past 27 minutes. Welcome back, people who have never heard of Danganronpa and decided to start their journey here. Last time, a lot happened, and if you want to recap, go watch the earlier parts of the VOD. But if you want to know just where we're at right now, Hajime and the gang have entered the ruins. Remember all the way back in Case 2? Remember all the way back in Case 2 and they found those ruins? They're like, what's this building that looks like Hope's Peak? Very strange. But they couldn't enter the door, and then Nagito got in, and they didn't know how he got in. Now we're finally in there, and this is what was in there. What does this look like to you, chat? Let me ask you that. What does this look like to you? Kinda looks like a trial ground with some really crazy shit going on. Gotta be honest, not really what I expected the inside of the ruin to look like. Alright. You know, I had a couple theories before I knew the truth, and none of them were right.
Is this a trial ground?
Hajime's already, he's like, yeah, he's on this shit. He knows exactly what the hell.
But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
Buckle up, everybody. This is gonna be one hell of a stream. Might even top the last stream, even though it's shorter.
By the way...
Huh?
Where did everyone go?
Hmm? Everyone?
Sonia says, where did everyone go? Who's she talking about? What? Something's wrong. What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... this world. Uh-oh! The counter's hitting 0! Goodbye, Jabberwock Island. It was nice knowing you. It's been a fun 57 hours with you, but it's time to say sayonara. Hopefully the game's not up too high. Let me just check. Sorry, gotta check my mic. Stage clear? Question mark. Chapter 5. Smile at hope in the name of despair. The end. Alright guys, that was it. I told you it was going to be a short stream. We finished the chapter. Wait. To be continued right now. Okay, I'm kidding. Why didn't I just play like 30 seconds last night? What the hell? Oh, we got Chiaki's gamer backpack. No, come on, that's depressing. It even has a cute little kitty on it. God damn it, dude. But for real though, why didn't I just play like an extra 30 seconds yesterday until we saw the end? I don't know what the hell I was thinking. My brain was and whatever. All right. Oh god. Oh my god. Nobody's ready. Nobody's fucking ready. You better don't blink or you're gonna miss it. Here we go. You guys thought it was chapter 6? Get fucked. We're on chapter 0. Chapter 0. Heading to the school trip. Chapter 0. Before the events of this game. So, right now, chat, let's take a step back. I know you guys want to see what happens next. Don't worry, we're going to get to chapter 6. But before we get to chapter 6, let's go back. Before they arrived at the island, before Hajime met Nagito, before everything happened, let's go back to the beginning. Before everything started in this game. Let's go. It would be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in, it was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular. Just when you thought it was a series of small shakes, it would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by talent, detecting regularities among irregularities wouldn't be that difficult. How boring. Hey, Nagito! Hey, you like ships? Okay. On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. You looked like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. You do like ships, right? Ships. Oh, that's right. That's it. So this is a ship. You just realized that now? Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want, care to talk a little? That silence was starting to bore me. Instantly, I saw his true character. The overfamiliar attitude, the friendly smile. But under that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor, like some kind of putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished. Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito Komaeda. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me, so to share a room with a person like that? Yep, I'm definitely lucky. Lucky? Chat, let me, don't, if you know, don't say, but just think. They're on a ship. Where do you think they're going? Where do you think they're going? Could it possibly be Jabberwock Island? Well, we gotta keep playing. Let's find out. Lucky? Oh, so that's your talent. What a boring talent. A boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly... That's because... So it's the other person talking. That's because I have luck as well. Huh? Even I possess a talent as boring as luck. Possess, huh? I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hope's Peak Academy too, right? So you're one of us. But that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Sorry, I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They are profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of these bastards, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring. Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it would bend to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. You're not... Don't worry. Everything will be clear. Just you gotta be on the ride. If you're on a ride, you can't just jump to the end. You'll die. You gotta stay on. Let it take you there. Perhaps, does that have anything to do with the reason that you're here? Boring people make no contributions to the world. Not even a speck of dust. I think this kind of... Okay, again, I'm not gonna get off tangent. I can't keep letting chat distract me as much. I love you guys talking. It's amazing. But just think about this, Nick. They haven't even seen the best part. You will know the best part in very soon. With the, I can't even say. You'll know. You'll know. And I'm expecting a lot of question marks. So, it's definitely designed to confuse. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from me. But what are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right? Listen well. Using people is a talent too. It is now my turn to use that person, just as they used me in the past. But for people like Shin, Depri, and Epic Man, this is like probably the best scene ever. Because you know the full story. But anyways, it's now my turn to use that person, just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about the ultimate despair? But how? I mean, they're already... I have it with me. The contribution that person left to me. Even now, it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Okay. I have to take away my face cam so you can absorb the full, of course, the face cam. Let me take away my face cam, alright? And then read the rest of this chapter. Alright? Then, will I be able to see her again? Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fiber of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person that I hate so much? Hate. Then explain your hand. Oh, this? The end of that bandage is a woman's hand, right? Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Hey, maybe that means it's becoming one with me. Isn't it amazing? I've successfully become one with ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. I see. So you salvaged the body. You really are a boring person. I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know? Because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power. And for that I... Wait, huh? Do I hate her? That's strange. Huh? Huh? Oh, look out the window. We're finally here. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's gonna happen on that island once we get there. What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen. Huh? I already know because I am loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but... I guess we'll have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There is no reason that we will ever meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Yeah, what the fuck? Holy shit, what does that even mean? Holy shit, dude. There's a lot of things probably going on, a lot of theories. A lot of theories for chapter 0. But the only thing I will say, if you were confused, that was before the events of this game. That was before they arrived at Jabberwock Island. Now, don't answer me, obviously, but who is Nagito talking to on the ship? What was up with Nagito's hand? What are they talking about the ultimate despair? What does Nagito mean by the ultimate despair is his worst enemy and that he hopes that he could kill her? And what did the figure on the boat mean by whatever happens next, I will not be able to participate? Very strange. It's just funny because in hindsight, Nagito's like, I wonder what's going to happen when we get there. And then the whole game happens. I'm just thinking about the despair disease and Mikan and Hiyoko and Ibuki's rock concert. And then Nagito's stabbed by the spear and the bomb threat. I'm just like, if only he knew what was going to happen. Holy shit. Well, you have to keep watching to find out, Ace. All right, let's resume. That was a little bit of a prequel. Let's go to Chapter 6. What can surprise us next? Well, you would be really surprised. Back to Hajime. Back to the studio with Hajime. Take it away, Hajime. Huh? What is this? Turn it up. Sorry. It's a door. Hey, does this look familiar to anybody that watched our playthrough? It's almost like the very beginning of the game. There's a door. Huh, a door? Why is a door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? If you think you know what's behind this door, you're gonna be real fucking wrong unless you already know. Oh god. Yeah, what's in there, Hajime? What's fucking in there? Oh! Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. And look at the fucking the overlay even changed. The colors, it went from yellow to green, just like in Danganronpa 1. Okay, hold up. Huh? Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside the ancient ruin with everyone else. I arrived at a place that looked like the trial ground, but then why... It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before, when we were all gathered in that classroom just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is this place somewhere on Jabberwock Island? Now again, I'm not going to say anything, but just food for thought. Just food for thought. I don't even know if I should say that. Okay, let me just say this. In Danganronpa 1, did we ever actually see what was outside of the school? I don't know. Just food for thought. I don't know.
Testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system. Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then. Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all. So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
Oh, this game is fucking crazy. This game is so good. This is a good fucking game, dude. Huh? Did he say what I think he just said? He definitely said it. He said, welcome to Hope Speak Academy. But why would this place be Hope Speak Academy? And not just that, what's the graduation exam? Isn't the killing game over already? Let's get the fuck out of here. Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least, it doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely a lie. There's no way that this place is Hope's Peak Academy. Is this the creepy place that Hope's Peak Academy that I've admired for so long? It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the funhouse. That's right. That's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? And I'll go, and I'm definitely gonna clear things up. Aw, shit, boys. We back in the mines. Got our pickaxe swinging from side to side. Hey, guys. Welcome back to our Danganronpa 1 playthrough. We're Makoto Naegi. Gee, I wonder who killed Mukuro Ikusaba. We're back. Just imagine this. This game is so good that the entirety of Danganronpa 1's fucking map is inside of it. Look at this, dude. What the fuck is this Illuminati shit? Dude, I never thought that I would feel nostalgia for a game that we just streamed like fucking 6 months ago. But think of all the memories, dude. Imagine like, remember Toko? Remember, you know, Mondo and Chihiro? Remember going to the Mono machine? Remember Hifumi? Remember Hifumi faked his death in there, bro? Well, we're about to go back to the gymnasium. The good old gymnasium where Mukuro was killed. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cower away anymore. And so I brace myself and cautiously open the door. The fuck is going on? Chapter 6. This is the end. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. Dude, I have goosebumps again. Alright. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. Hey, we back. It was a normal gymnasium.
Damn right.
It is so fucking weird seeing these characters here. Tell me. Like, am I crazy? Doesn't it seem like some kind of, like, fanfic? Seeing Fuyuhiko standing here? It's so strange to me, dude. It's so fucking strange to me. Yo, Hajime.
Yo.
And Nakami is here, dude. The fuck is going on? You heard the announcement and came here too? You guys did too, right?
What's going on?
Hey, what do you make of all this? Monokuma said this was Hope's Peak Academy or something. That cannot be possible. You're right. Any way you look at it, it's impossible. Fourth wall break! Hello! How does it feel to return to the long-awaited Hope's Peak Academy?
Right, you.
Would you lock us up this time? What a shock. I just told you guys this is Hope's Peak Academy. There's no way in hell that's true.
No.
Oh, but it is? I mean, this is definitely Hope's Peak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyway. What's left of it? Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope's Peak Academy fell to ruin. Wait, you serious about that? Stupid fool. Of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that deserve to be ruined for. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean Hope's Peak Academy was doing things that it deserved to be ruined for? What? Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you guys to Hope's Peak Academy, and you don't even feel surprised or nostalgic. I do, Monokuma.
Fine.
It's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone's feeling nostalgic out there. Someone out there is, I don't know. Maybe you guys aren't, but somebody gotta be. Someone? None of this bullshit. Just spit it out already. Where did you take us, you bastard? Though I am not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruin and... I made this Hope's Peak Academy between the door and the inside of the ruin. What do you mean in between?
Hey.
What do you mean made?
What's this?
Your mind's getting the grumblies that only knowledge can satisfy? Good, very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way!
It's nothing to be cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. Oh, so there's no killing game. He was true. He promised. He said no more killing after case 5. So he's like, he's gonna make us do something, but not a killing game. What are you gonna make us do, Monokuma? It's just a simple graduation exam. What is the exam?
Hey,
As the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally gonna graduate.
are you sure?
On the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world.
So,
That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. Huh? We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here. This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
no.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. The main cast?
Hey,
Meaning you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives. So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean? I have dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. I don't think this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is gonna hate me. Please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip. And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the settings changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual. What's going on? The outside world, the main cast. I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey!
He kept insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy. But that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
How did we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? It's impossible.
It cannot be.
There is no place for Hope's Peak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on the island. This building is really Hope's Peak Academy? This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long. What in the world is going on? Damn it, why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted to become Hope. If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully. The only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you're born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope's Peak Academy, you couldn't even see that? You're just some nobody from the Reserve Corps who never had a talent to begin with. A nobody who forgot he was a nobody. That's all. If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why do I have to go through something like this? Hajime, did something happen? Huh?
Hey, bastard!
Now's not the time to zone out. I don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna do it!
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means?
Hey!
If Monokuma's not a part of the Future Foundation, what is he? If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
Jeez.
Even though Chiaki and Monomi are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
You serious?
Wait, so they're not World Ender? Then we were tricked by Monokuma? But hold on. How could the Future Foundation not be their enemy when they specifically admitted to the Future Foundation was the one that trapped them on Jabberwock and the one that erased their memories? What? How can somebody that imprisons you and erase your memories be good?
However,
The The Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on the island, right? Thank you, Sonia. Regarding that matter, I believe Monomi never once denied that.
Damn it.
Even if there are allies, they might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation. But if she was still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have been a big help. What should we do?
Damn it.
It's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, just gotta do the graduation exam, right?
So annoying.
Okay. Guess it's better than people dying.
Jeez.
Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have been?
Right.
Okay.
Prepare yourself.
Prepare yourself.
Like...
So, before we can graduate, we have to invest in... Oh, man. Don't let the term investigate fool you. This is the best investigation of this series. I don't give a shit. Even if there's no murder, this is by far the best investigation of the whole, of all, everything. Because it's just like plot twists. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine. We can go home and this is over, right? We can finally get off this damn island, right? If that's the case, let's all leave this island alive by any means.
Of course.
Hell yes! That was so awkward, Sonia. Why are you so awkward? Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is and what happened to Hope Peak Academy. None of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives. Yeah, think about this. Think about this. Think about like what Hajime is saying. He's like, how many people, how many of their friends had to die for them to get here? They can't not get off the island now. Everybody that died, there's no way we can stop now. But Monokuma should already know that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. Yeah, no, Nekomaru died in Chapter 4 in the funhouse. He should already know that we'd never choose to stay on the island.
Hey, hey.
Can we start already? Thank you, Akane. What are we even looking for? We just have to investigate the weird-ass building?
Even so.
I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside the damn building. Okay. Hey, you're already going?
Jeez.
What's that idiot thinking running ahead without being cautious?
Man.
He obviously isn't thinking about anything.
However,
It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations in which we must exchange each other's lives. No, he died as Nekomaru, and then he died as Mekamaru. In Chapter 4, Gundam was the one that killed him. And then we had to execute Gundam. Like they say, it's not scary if everyone stops at a green light. If we stopped at the green light, we'd never reach our goal. Sonia!
Jeez.
We kind of already took off on our own. Might as well be faster. We just split up and look around. Like Sonia said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
Alright, see you guys later. Those brief words, Fuyiko left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
Good luck, Sonia. Sonia took a deep bow and left the gym.
Oh my. Miss Sonia.
Miss Sonia, don't leave me, please. Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who just departed and left the gymnasium. Alright. Just Hajime on his own. All we can do is advance towards hope. That's it. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. This is kind of like a really weird off-topic thing, but it's something that sticks out in my head. You know what I mean? Yeah, he definitely has a crush on Sonia. He's like obsessed with Sonia in like a very unhealthy way. But the first time I played this, like when I played this chapter right here, again, not that anybody cares, but I just wanted just to say in my experience as a streamer, I'm just trying to share with the chat. When I played this for the first time was the first night I ever stayed at my new house. So when I moved, like we moved all the furniture, and my first night sleeping at my new house is when I set up my PlayStation and I played this. So this is what, like, my headspace was already weird because I just moved to like a new house for the first time in like my whole life, and then like I was playing this chapter then. So If you want to put it into perspective. Yeah, right? I don't even like Akane that much. Akane's not that good, but I would rather simp for Akane. Actually, it'd be kind of easy to simp for Akane. How many times has she always been like, hey, Hajime, I'll let you sneak a peek. Hey, Hajime, if you get me some food, I'll let you touch my boobs. I'm like, okay, that's way easier. Sonya, she's just, unless you're a serial killer or something crazy, she doesn't seem to be interested. There doesn't seem to be anything in the gym. False, Shin. I don't think he liked Hiyoko very much. Explain that one, atheist. Sorry, okay, anyways. Hey, speaking of Sonya. Hey, remember this area? Holy shit, huh? That's weird. This is the hall. Wait, think about what's happening, chat. Hold up, let's reel this back. Hajime just walked out of the gym. Why is he here? This is the hallway I walked in the gymnasium, but it's really different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over. He's so persistent. Monokuma has King Crimson. I'm not gonna fall for this trap. There's no way that's gonna make me back down. Back down, back down. Alright, shut up. This hallway, there's a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is that just me? This is... Hey guys, welcome to Sunday Stream. We're doing Danganronpa corruptions. I'm just waiting for one of the parts. Okay. Pretty normal. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way that we're inside of a school. Maybe it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. Pretty normal. Hey, remember when the arrows were in Kyoko's locker and she had the key? Man, good times. But what is this? There's a book on the floor, chat. Hold up. Shh. What is this? What is this? Is this a manga? That's pretty funny, Harper. The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope's Peak Academy by Monokuma. Okay. Now remember what Monokuma said. Everything that we find is true. And that is not a lie. Every single piece of information that we find during this investigation is purely factual. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with history first, class. Sit back and relax.
Hey,
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you might ask? That depends on the person. Okay. So, just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. Here we go. Shh. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Now keep that in mind. That's something that we didn't know in Danganronpa 1. That was a little detail that we were not aware of back in Danganronpa 1. Not only are the teachers there to exist, not only are the teachers there to exist to teach, like normal teachers, but they are also researchers of talent. So not only do they invite students to graduate and be the best of the best, why else would Hope's Peak only accept the best of the best? Because in addition to teaching them and sending them out in the real world, they're also trying to research what talent itself is. What makes somebody have talent? What is the brain of with somebody that has talent versus somebody that does not? Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it is also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. Okay, interesting. So, Hope's Peak Academy, they want to research talent, but the past few years they haven't had that much money. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system. The Reserve Department. The Reserve Department. Unlike the main department that scouts students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds. So that's pretty fucked up. That's pretty corrupt. The school started as a school with just talent, you know, the best of the best can only enter, but then they're like, this is like the most like realistic thing in all of Danganronpa. This sounds like something that a shady fucking like college or school would do. So then they're all like, holy shit, we don't have enough money. We're running out of money to fund the things that we want to research. How do we make more money? We're not getting grants, we're not getting government loans. How the fuck are we supposed to continue our research? They brainstormed an idea, they're like, hey, there's a lot of people willing to spend a shit ton of money to get into Hope's Peak, because guess what? If you graduate from Hope's Peak, that's a pretty good degree. So if we charge a fuck ton of money to take the entrance exam, we can get a shit ton of money to fuel the kids that actually matter. So they had two groups, the students that actually had talent and the talentless people that existed only to leech their money off of and give it to those with talent. So just like Hajime. Hajime didn't have a talent, so he paid a shit ton of money to get in, only to realize that, like, he's just, like Nagito said, a stepping stone for hope. People with actual skill, people with actual talent, they're just benefiting off of people like Hajime existing. To create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish. The goal, this is something else we didn't know. What was the goal of Hope's Peak Academy? A true genius who would become mankind's hope. Hope's Peak Academy hoped that, with all the amazing students that went in and out of their doors, that they would be able to find somebody who was a true genius that would become all of mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident had occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right. It was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Huh? The ending was so sudden, it was like a manga that's canceled in the middle of the run. The phrases at the end of the manga, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, they were so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents actually happened, right? Manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. I did learn something because of this manga. The Reserve Department, it was only built to collect money. That's fucked up. Poor Hajime. Poor Hajime, dude. He just found out that his only purpose was just to have his money sucked out of him and put into the people that actually matter. Damn, dude. That's almost worse than Makoto, where he just got in because he won the lottery.
But hold on.
Oh, you're here again. The thing that's weird is, you, of course. Huh?
Hey!
Monokuma is asking a question. Why did you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? Listen, this is a good point. The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So, I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that too. What do you want me to say?
By the way...
Based on my assumption, The Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were from the Reserve Department. Why would the Future Foundation want to hide the fact from Hajime that he was from the Reserve Corps?
I got it.
Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself? Huh? You wanted to be confident in yourself. You wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though. Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it. When things get convenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. That's expected of a Reserve Corps student. Dude, fuck him. That's such a dickhead thing to say, man. What the heck? Truth bullet. What? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. How far does this rabbit hole go? How far does this rabbit hole go? Let's leave. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Can't go in the player room. Truth bullets, yeah. Shit, do you know what part I'm excited for? I'm thinking of something. There's gonna be some. You might not remember. I can't say. I want it to surprise people. Can't go in there. Okay. Well, I don't think it's the next room. I think it's the room after that. And that would be a good place to end the stream. My Monomi pet is shitted and farted. Yep, she's dead. Oh my gosh, dude. She shit so much, she's dead. That was so much feces. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow. Well, sorry, shitting me, you're dead. Just like the real Monomi. What you doing here, Kazuichi? You sip?
What's going on?
It's always kind of creepy. I can't go to a place that I should be able to go to. It's like some rules being enforced for no reason. It's like there's an invisible wall or something. Oh, here. Classroom. I can't remember if it's the next room or the room after. We'll find out. Okay, it's the next one. Shit. Okay. It's fine. They're all good. Everything here is good. Alright. Hey, there's nothing in here. Why does this just say a violin? But, what's this on the desk? Hold up. This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons. The Tragedy. Oh, shit. So the last one was The History of Hope's Peak Academy. Ever since Danganronpa 1, when Alter Ego told us about the greatest, most awful, tragic event in human history, we're finally going to know. This is a book about exactly what was the greatest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Or, I guess, the most tragic event of Hope's Peak Academy. Sorry, not in human history, not yet. This is of just Hope's Peak Academy. What is the worst thing that happened in all of Hope's Peak Academy that forced them to close down their doors? Let's find out. This is gonna be a good read. This is gonna be a good read. If what happened was so bad, it's why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt. And it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, awful event in all of human history. What the fuck? If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about that incident? I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages. I'm gonna turn my fan off. It's getting a little chilly. To see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. No matter what we learn, though, nothing is as bad as, like, seeing it. And I'm sure the few of you out there who have seen the tragedy, it's way worse to see it. But, well, whatever. We'll get there. We'll get there. Maybe. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. There's... Okay, again, not to overhype shit up. I'm not trying to be a hype beast, but, like, there are few things in my life that actually, like, bother me a lot. And that was one of them. You would think with a name like the biggest, most awful tragic event of Hope's Peak Academy, you're like, that's so, like I said, melodramatic. But it's something that I saw, and I don't really ever want to see again. Like, I don't ever want to rewatch it, because very few things make me feel that physically ill or mentally not. I don't care to ever see it again. And that's very few things hit me that hard. Alright, whatever. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy occurred at Hope's Peak Academy. I forgot about this. There's a lot. Okay. Fucking God, Kodaka, give me a second. The key player in the event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. Izuru was a genius known as the symbol of hope. Hope's Peak Academy used all their resources to develop him. So, holy fucking shit. So there was a student by the name of Izuru Kamakura. Okay? And apparently he's at the center of this tragedy. So, how did he exist? Hope's Peak put all of their money and resources and research and everything into developing him. What does that even mean? Developing somebody? Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses. He possessed various talents. Izuru is like the guy where it's like everybody has a stand, and Izuru is like the guy that has all the stands. You know? Like in that interview with Araki, like when he was writing part 3, he said that originally Dio's stand was going to be the ability to become any stand, but then he thought that was overpowered, so he changed it to the world. That's like, Izuru Kamakura had multiple talents. He, wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as, can you guess it, chat? What did the Academy call Izuru Kamakura? The ultimate hope. Somebody who is more talented than a whole school of talented people. You have a school filled with the best of the best, and this guy's better than all of them. Everybody at Hope's Peak Academy is the best of the best at what they do, but Izuru Kamakura was the best at all of them. Better than every single other person. So the Academy referred to him as the ultimate hope. Because if you are literally better than the best, you are the best ever at everything, what other name would be fitting other than the ultimate hope of humanity? To protect such a rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. So, they wanted to protect him so much, the Academy, Hope's Peak Academy, never made his existence official. Where he came from, you know, what he looked like, what any of this, they all kept that under wraps so that nobody would know. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who is known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope's Peak Academy's student council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. So, what was a scandal big enough to fuck up Hope's Peak Academy? Could it possibly be that the student that they poured their most research, money, and time into, and they called him like, this dude, he's the ultimate hope, man. He's the best student ever. He's the ultimate of the ultimates. That same person was also responsible for the brutal murder of 13 other students. However, the incident did not end there. Oh shit. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. So that is fucked up. And for the first time out of all these games, I can finally say, fuck Hope's Peak Academy. Fuck them. Hope's Peak Academy prioritized Izuru Kamakura over the lives of those 13 students. So when Izuru brutally killed 13 innocent students, what did the Academy do? They were like, fuck man, we don't wanna give him up and he's gonna get arrested and it's gonna come out. They swept those deaths under the rug and refused to make a public comment about the deaths of those 13 just to protect him. Okay, it's not really a big spoiler, Nick, or anybody, but it's really not. It's not a spoiler if you're it's not. But I'm just gonna say, yes, you're right. That's what happened. That is exactly what happened. It's not really a spoiler. At this point, you have enough information now. Now that you know that the event was 13 students murdered, yes. So now, if you go back in Danganronpa 1, remember that room that Byakuya had found? And there was blood everywhere? And remember what Monokuma said. Monokuma was like, this room was like this when I found it. This was already like this. I didn't touch anything. That's because Monokuma didn't do anything. That is the room where the 13 students were brutally murdered, which is why there was bloodstains, chalk drawings, all that shit. So that's what that room was. That was where the 13 students were brutally murdered. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. So let's back it up again. Let's recap. Hope's Peak Academy has the best student, the ultimate hope, Izuru Kamakura. Here he is. Boom, boom, boom. However, what they didn't know is he just brutally killed 13 fucking students. Dead. And the academy covered it up because they didn't want to lose him. They're like, he's too valuable, he's the best, he's humanity's hope. We can't give him up just because he's 13 nobody's died, which is fucked up. However, there was one student who saw what happened. There was one student who knew the truth. So now here's all the parties. You have Hope's Peak, you know, the principal, the founding members, Izuru killed somebody, and there's another student who we don't know their identity. Another student sat there and saw this, and they're like, wow. So Hope's Peak is really harbinging this student and hiding this incident? That's fucked up. So they saw, and they put that knowledge in their head, and they used it to their advantage. That student uncovered what the academy did, and by making that knowledge public, stoked the fires of the reserve corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated, and the uprising began. So, what did that student do? That student went and immediately told the reserve corps department. So that student saw everything, the whole scandal, and went to the reserve department and said, hey guys, are you aware that all your money and time and the $50,000-$60,000 of tuition that you're using going to the ultimate hope, guess what it's being put towards? It's being put towards a killer. You know, there's somebody out there murdering 13 people brutally, and all of your money and all your hard work's going to support him and not you guys. You guys are in the shitty reserve department, you have shitty desks, shitty meals, shitty teaching regiments, because all your money is going to support a fucking serial killer right now. Once that knowledge was made public, all the reserve corps students were like, well, fuck this. Fuck off. We're tired of being used by Hope's Peak Academy. We're tired of being used as nothing more than funding for people that they give a shit about. So they began an uprising at the school. And that was what led to the academy's destruction. We don't know. Nobody knows. So don't say nothing. And that's it. And eventually that incident would lead to the other incident. Because you're like, okay, that's pretty bad. You know, you have 13 students murdered, the school hides it, and then the reserve corps uprises, they riot, and they, like, destroy the school. Yeah, is that bad? Yes. But is that really the worst tragedy in the world? Maybe the worst tragedy in Hope's Peak, but how does that affect somebody in, like, Kenya? You know? Like, who gives a fuck? What about, like, Canada? How's that the biggest thing? It wasn't. That was simply the catalyst. We will now have to learn about how it escalated. Let's keep going. We're excited, Doc. I didn't even know. I don't even remember this. I didn't even remember it said this. We're excited. Danganronpa 0. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. See, Harper? Okay, that's not all of it. That's not all of it, Harper. But now do you see why I thought that Reddit was stupid? Because if you were to read Danganronpa 0, they literally tell you all of that stuff. They're like, oh, there was the reserve corps, Izuru Kamakura killed all these students, somebody knew about it, and in Danganronpa 0, you actually find out who the student was that found out about it. And that's another big spoiler. So that's why I was telling you, I was like, don't read this before, because literally the stories from Danganronpa 0 are like the twists in this. So I can't imagine anybody would lead you down that wrong path. It literally says, we're excited, Danganronpa 0. Holy shit. I read that after this, so I don't even remember that. Whew, with a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Boop. One more manga to go, guys. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way that 13 people were killed at Hope's Peak Academy. What irony. For a genius known as the Ultimate Hope to cause such a gruesome incident. This is true. So, we're gonna go to the next room, we're gonna read the last manga, and that's where we're gonna end tonight. And then we'll pick this back up on Saturday. Yeah. That's pretty normal. I love the girl with red hair. What's her name? I can't remember her name. Ryuko Otanashi? I love her. Alright. Yeah, that's like the basic. That's the basic. Ryuko Otanashi? Okay, yeah. Okay. And then what's the other one? Matsuda-kun? Yeah. It's a good read, and after you see this game, maybe while you're playing through Ultra Despair Girls, because Ultra Despair Girls is kind of like boring, but it's still good, but it's just boring. Maybe while you're playing through it, on the side, read Danganronpa 0 a little bit. Maybe a couple chapters of 0, a little bit of Ultra Despair Girls, keep things fresh. Alright, anyways, here we go. Shh. We're gonna play more Saturday, I'm sorry. I told you guys it was a short stream. I wasn't even supposed to stream at all today. Wait, just keep going. There's more stuff, more lore. We got one more book before we end tonight. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. Damn it, he always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. You're really cheesing me off. But Ultimate Hope? Nagito mentioned that before too. But it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope. But for Izuru, hope only meant talent. So there's different interpretations of hope. Nagito's hope is the belief in something, which is the more traditional sense of the word hope. But for Izuru, hope just meant that... I mean, hope, I guess, for him was potential. If Izuru is the best of the best at everything, then that kind of represents hope, because a lot of people can look up to somebody like that. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents, so I'd have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Wait, it said that the reserve department students in the reserve department began uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? It's not possible. There's no way. I'd have no reason to do something like that. Alright. I learned about the tragedy, but... Okay, here we go. So we learned about the tragedy of Hope's Peak, but what about the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history? Supposedly, that's a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's the other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student secretly used the incident to their advantage? Who's that? This incident's really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. Imagine thinking today that this Danganronpa stream was going to be boring. Imagine that, dude. Alright, where the hell do we gotta go next? Right into the dojo, right there. Looks like the only door... The bio lab? Oh, I think the bio lab. Raw. This isn't the room either! Alright, we might have to do another room after this, because there's... It's fine. What the fuck is this room? It's cold in here. It's like it's a freezer. It's find it freezing to death. Sure, up investigate. I can get out of here. Alright. And surprise, surprise. Oh, there's a hidden Coomer! I saw you.
I've been found.
There's a digital Akuma. Alright. And wouldn't you know it, chat? There's another book on the floor. And what do you think this one's gonna be? What's the title of this manga? Manga for Morons. The biggest, most awful, tragic event in human history. Here we go. This is it. Let's go. Here we go. Shh. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. Yeah, Sakura got the drugs from a different floor. This was where they found the bodies. There you go. Wait, what was this incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. Let's flip to the page of the manga. I mean, hopefully it's lame. It's probably stupid. It's probably not even that bad. Let's find out, shall we? A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. Here we go. At first, the uprising by the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. Reading about this is actually better after knowing what we know, like what Depri and Shin and Epic Man and I all know. I think it's even better, to be honest, because I can read this and I can visualize things, and I think that improves it. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. So, the Reserve Corps students rose up and said, we're fucking tired of people with talent, people with ability, the elite. We're tired of all of them using us as nothing more than fucking leeching off of us for their power while we're stuck here in the shitty schools, no future, none of this shit. So when they saw a huge uprising and riot going outside of the largest school in the world, that spread like wildfire right online. People were sharing videos, posting about it, and it started to spread across the online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet, and began spreading and eroding in the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest among them. And soon, the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear. So let's go back a little bit. We finally get an answer to a question that we had ever since Danganronpa 1. Do you guys remember Danganronpa 1? Remember during K6 when Junko, she's like, why do you guys want to go to the outside world so much? Look at what the outside world's like. And she showed them the screens, and there was riots and murder and destruction and just bombs and death and rubble. Unfortunately, despite what Makoto and Kyoko and other people were like she was just lying to us. She was trying to trick us. Unfortunately, we now know due to this that was actually real. I understand, but he specifically said nothing that's in here is a lie. And usually he says this stuff. He said, everything that you're going to find is true. If I lied about it, it would upset somebody. And he doesn't want to upset somebody. So, in order to not upset this unnamed individual, he has to make sure that what he provides to Hajime and everybody is true. Yeah, I mean, if this is to be believed, KFC, the outside world should be just riots and destruction and nukes going off every country, every race, every religion, killing each other. As if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. So they're saying that it originally started as protests. You know, it started with people who were like, we're tired of being mistreated. But then after so much killing, that everybody's brains decided to change. Like they said that like it began with reason, but more and more people started dying, more destruction. Soon people were killing because they just killed somebody else. They're like, you just killed my friend. Then they killed them. Like, you blew up this whole the hospital. We're gonna kill you. And there was murder and murder and death and death. And according to this book, eventually all the meaning behind it was lost. And people started to actually revert. People started to actually revert back to like caveman instincts, to where senseless deaths were the norm. They became desensitized to where despair and death was just the normal everyday life. So we're led to believe that this had to have gone on for quite a while. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. Holy fuck. So the entirety of the world had changed. So much killing, and people said it got to the point where people could just sit around the table, eat dinner while watching people die on the news. That's the point it got up to. By the time that the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, not for religion, not for personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy. So, they're saying, okay, that's pretty fucked up, but like, it's still pretty far-fetched. Like, they're like, okay, this is pretty bad. And now do you guys understand why it's the biggest, most awful, tragic event in human history? I think that's accurate description. It literally reverted, like, humanity back to a time where murder and death was the norm. That's probably the worst thing that's ever happened in human history. To revert back to where mass murders, terrorism, and everything is normal, and that is seen as everyday life. That's pretty fucking bad. But they're saying, isn't it a little bit of a stretch to just assume that isn't it just a little bit of a stretch to assume that just a random few protests by a couple of high school students would really devolve into this? That's a little bit crazy. But it wasn't random. There was an organization behind all of this from the beginning. There was an organization that started at Hope's Peak Academy, and with careful thought, planning, reasoning, pieces being put in the right spots, they were able to turn that into a worldwide event. And this organization was devoted to a certain student who had influenced Hope's Peak Academy. That group was called the Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of despair. So, they took all of the talents, and instead of using them for the betterment of the world, they converted people with talent in order to cause destruction. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, tragic event in human history. As long as the ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. Damn. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. This is definitely all made up. If this is really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant, what has happened to them?
No way!
Are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this? What, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough. What is this messed up manga? I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that Such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault, though. Thanks to them, you know, stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period of time has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened, and I forgot about it? There's no way that's possible. How many times I gotta tell you all the clues here are real? I feel like he's talking to Harper. How many times I gotta say is real? Understand, I'm rooting for you. You don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys are gonna suffer for it. I want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. Okay, I see. So that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. As the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know? On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. And on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay. That's what I'm thinking about telling you guys what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock or stay here. He's trying to make us feel despair towards the outside world so that we'll want to stay on the island. There's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps, no, that's definitely it. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope Peak Academy to destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy? That organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as the ultimate despair, they gotta be high school students, right? If they're actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they're called ultimate. And are the killings we're involved in connected to them? It's no use. I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm on my limit. I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. That was close. I nearly froze to death. Where should I go next? This door was not open before. Okay. So, unfortunately, we didn't get to the part I wanted to get to today. We'll do that on next time. But Hajime and everybody are currently learning a lot of shit about Hope's Peak Academy. But the question is all of this information true? And if it is, why is Monokuma telling us this? Why does Hajime and his friends have to be caught up with everything that's going on in order to participate in the graduation ceremony? Well, we're going to find out a lot more. There's more secrets to uncover about the school, more prep we have to do, and then we have to go and complete the final graduation ceremony before we end the game. So unfortunately, this has already been a way longer stream than I thought. It was only supposed to be an hour to an hour and a half max, but I gotta hop off. We'll be back though in the future for more. So, you know, think about some of the theories, and we'll come back together, and we're gonna continue from this point. And we are 2 streams away from beating the game, guys. Easily. So, yeah, that's it. 2 streams away, and then Danganronpa 2 will be done. 2 streams away, and Danganronpa 2 will be done. So, I'm sorry, guys. Hey, yeah, 2 streams easily, Nick. 2 streams easily. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. What do you mean, Nick? That's 3 hours and 3 hours. That's doable. Today was a short stream, that's all. I'm happy that you're happy, Shin, because I'm happy too. Because there's gonna be a lot of clippable moments. Get your clipping fingers ready. It's gonna be nuts. But yeah. Thank you guys so much, and we'll be back with more Danganronpa, more games, more streams, and more fun in the future. Hey, I tried to help you guys. I was supposed to take today off. There was supposed to be 0 streams today, but everybody was like so happy and excited about Danganronpa. I was like, well, fuck it, I gotta do some more. Okay? You don't want to wait? Just wait, just a few days, just like 2 days. We'll be back and we'll be doing even more stuff. We'll be doing even more stuff. We will learn the truth, and we're gonna learn all about everything. Who is Izuru Kamakura? Who's the other student? Who, you know, this and that, and what's the point of all this? It's all gonna be found out. on the next time the Milky Finisher stream Danganronpa. But I gotta go. I got to go. I'll be back tomorrow. And then, yeah. Thanks for supporting. And I'll see you next time on Danganronpa.